Yes, people welcome to Never a Foul.
It was Cass.
Yeah, no, it was me. My camera was messing up. My camera was literally messing up, and it wasn't nothing to do with the internet, and it was just my bad for being late. That was ridiculous.
Monster's fault.
You know what? No, Monster's not even going to be here today. He's knackered. The guy's knackered, right? So just let him rest and do whatever he wants to do on a Saturday. You know, it's not like we're not sacrificing our time.
But just to be clear, he's the reason we're late.
Yeah, all the time, even though he's not here.
Fucked up the cable in the middle of the night.
Yeah, 100%. Even to the point, look, usually I have an overlay for you guys. There's an overlay here, you know, with all of that. But anyway, smash the like button. You know how it goes, nice and early on a Saturday afternoon. A very nice afternoon. You can see it's pretty bright behind me. But by this time, maybe tonight, tomorrow, maybe even next week, it might be something different. Who knows? Let me know what you mean. Cass, what did you have for breakfast? I don't eat breakfast.
I can tell you what. I can tell people what I had for breakfast.
Who eats breakfast? Go on then.
So I have breakfast. I don't usually have breakfast, but on a Saturday. So I got up this morning about 9:30, and I went B&Q to get some stuff for the studio, and there's a burger van there. So I had a sausage, bacon, and fried onion sandwich with tomato ketchup. It was banging. I know it's haram for some of you, but listen. Banging. And bro, do you know what I've got at the moment? I just went on Instagram. Yeah, did you ever see on Instagram that stag party, that West Ham's stag party that went round all dressed up in West Ham kits?
No.
Right, and they went outside a cat shop or something.
Okay.
And I put like, the last thing cats want to do is see West Ham shirts. It'll bring flashbacks of Kurt Zuma. Yeah.
True.
Bro, and I've got people commenting saying, "Oh, do you think animal cruelty is funny?" And I just put, everyone needs to lighten up, man. Like Snowflake FC. It was just,
what did you do now?
Just for mentioning Kurt Zuma and cats.
How can that be cruelty? Like laughing about cruelty? You booted a cat.
Yeah. That's not acceptable to the Snowflakes now. Mentioning it. No, I didn't. Me just making a joke. Me saying everyone was like criticizing it, and I go, everyone needs to lighten up. Like no one. It's Zuma that kicked a cat, not us lot. And they're like, "Oh, you think animal cruelty is funny?" Like, I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm allergic to cats. I'm not saying animal cruelty is funny, but cat cruelty,
yeah,
I mean, it's slightly funny, isn't it?
No.
Right.
I mean, you're kind of funny, Daps. Oh god, and some of you are quite funny looking, but yeah, man. I big up Ilyas.
I look Amish today with my no moustache and beard.
Daps, your team is in the mud. Hold that, Daps.
Ilyas, you are the weirdest Don I've ever not met in my life. But yeah, man. Imagine that my team's in the mud. Every show that he knows I'm on, he's like a less annoying version of Jack Napier.
Oh god, a lot watered down version. You know?
A lot watered down. To be fair,
yeah.
Ilyas is alright.
Ilyas is
just a big weapon.
No, he's funny.
He's a big weapon with a small tool.
Crazy. You know what's mad about that guy? I ain't actually seen him in so long. He's probably got a backup account here somewhere.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I'm in the darkness right now. Bear in mind, which is fine. I'll sort out soon.
Right hand side now.
Yeah.
Darkness. Oh, your light's not on.
Yeah, none of it's on, so forget it. It doesn't even matter, to be fair. But we are going to be talking about, a bit of England. So if the Euros is coming up, and I'm pretty honest, I watched the highlights last night, and I was, oh my god, I didn't watch the game, but from what I could see, they were trying so hard to make it look like England gave a good game in the highlight.
Bro, I'm telling you, it could have been 3 or 4-0 Iceland. Yeah, the amount of times. It's almost like a few times balls over the top, yeah, and it's like they're forwards.
Whoa, go on.
And it's almost like their forwards were like, I don't want to score. Like, this is at Wembley. We don't want to win by too many, so I'm just going to slow down. Because if they would have just ran with the ball, they could have scored. But it's like they waited for defenders to get back, so they were shit, man. And the thing is, I put something on Twitter. But still people doing it. All I see over Twitter is Arsenal fans going at Cole Palmer, right? Chelsea fans going at Saka when he came on.
Like Goon Elite.
Oh, and then I'm seeing people say, what's Foden done and this and that. Listen, yeah. Foden, Saka, Cole Palmer. Who else played yesterday, Cass? Eze, when he came on. I'm pretty certain he came on. ultimately, all these players ball out for their clubs. There is one common denominator, bro. Like,
Is it that
common denominator.
in the bottom right there?
And bro, it's like, well, there he's got a gilet on. Usually, it's funny that he usually wears a waistcoat, right? But then when he's in training, he wears a gilet, which is basically a fucking coat version of a waistcoat. But he put on this kind of trendy polo shirt yesterday, bro. Allow it, man. Like, I'm sorry.
I mean, you only got to Germany, mate.
You know, like, when if say a woman has bare different baby dads and they keep leaving her, yeah. At one point, it's like common denominator, yeah. You, right? You, yeah. Same with Southgate, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but these players, and even I'm a City fan, so obviously I'm used to watching our City play. But it don't matter whether you're. I'm not going to say United because Ten Hag didn't have much of a system. But if you're an Arsenal fan, if you're a Liverpool fan, you can watch your team and you can know there's a style of play, there's a system. Players know what runs to make, bro. These men are running around like headless chickens.
Question for you, Daps. Can you expect more shows of you and Rents?
Yeah. I need to holler him. So since I've come back, obviously I'm focused more on at the moment and just doing my shows on Never a Foul through the summer. I need to chat to Rants about it, to be fair. So yeah, there'll be shows next year, probably weekly shows again. So
yeah,
or maybe bi-weekly.
This is in English media to a T. Yeah, Tim says here as well. That's a full time they made Saka the poster, the loss, and only played 20 minutes. And you know what it is? It's the media know exactly what they're doing. They've been doing this. They've been doing this since the 90s. You know what I mean? Remember John Barnes and all that? Like,
they build players up, then knock them down.
Yeah, but it's a specific type of player. Let's be real. Like, it's a specific type of person as well. Like, it's not even me trying to.
Bro, I'll be real, bro. I'll be real. I'll be real. Rooney's had it. Beckham's had it.
Yeah.
Now, everyone's is. Do you know what it is? And this is my worry: is that Bellingham's going to get it this summer, right?
Yeah.
Because Bellingham now, the media have built up Bellingham, rightly so. Like, this isn't Bellingham hate. I worry for Bellingham, yeah, because if England have an okay tournament and Bellingham has a good tournament, fine. The media are going to put him on an even higher pedestal, right? But that's what the British media do. They put players on pedestals and then shit
like that should be banned, by the way.
It should, bro. But the truth is, bro, this is from papers that ultimately tap up, like, they do phone tapping and stuff like that, bro. They won't be stopped. They won't be stopped. The media won't be stopped. So, but it's just away from that, the football, it was poor, man. Like, I don't know what we've got to be excited about.
Mate, they done a count up that year. And this was not even that long ago. They done a count up, and every time there was a like an England loss or an English win, right? They always put a certain type of player. It was either a black player if there was a loss, and if we won, there was a white player. And that's they done a count up, and it's crazy how many times they've really done it. It's just there needs, what it is about the English media. There needs to be something, and I know it sounds mad. Like, the FA got to put some pressure on the government to make sure they stop doing shit like this, just because it gets likes and stuff like that. See, stuff like that is disgusting. Like, you want to talk about mental health all the time and scream it, but yet you got the flipping English media that's allowed to do whatever they want. It's disgusting. Like, honestly, it's disgusting. If you wanted to put anyone yesterday that had a shitter, really and truly, it looked like it was Kyle Walker, mate. Like, if you really want to do it. If you want to go further than that, let me know what Rice did.
Yeah, you know what? I hear you. I hear that.
Shit.
But this is a thing. I don't want to do the single player thing because, bro, like, Rice is balled out all season again. So, or even when I say balled out all season, by the way, I don't want people to bring up one or two games, because all good players have one or two bad games. But this is where I'm just looking at what is going on in training.
Hey, do you know the funny thing is he put Cobby in DM and not Rice, which I found, like, thinking, like, wait, what have you got going on in your head? Is Rice not the soul thing?
But I'll be real, like, this is a thing where
it's so shit.
I don't understand.
He's linked with Man United.
No. But I've told you, bro, that's bullshit. He ain't going there. There's no way an ex-City member of the board's going to be watching Southgate and go. And furthermore, if at the moment, your board are taking this week or two to review whether they want to keep Ten Hag or not, well, they've had an extra week or two to review Southgate and permanently go, nah, that Don's not coming near our club. But do you know what? I just think I don't get what Southgate has done as far as how he's picked players, yeah? Because,
Oh,
say, for
mate.
example, right, if I look at Grealish as an example, yeah? And by the way,
Yeah.
people, Grealish, look, it's hurt him, but he's in Dubai with his brother now, yeah? And they've got a very nice suite and looks like they're going to be having a good time. So get that out your skin, Jack, and be one of the first back to pre-season training and kick on next season. But so let's say he didn't want to pick Jack Grealish based on this season's form. I get it 100%, yeah? This season, Jack hasn't had a good season, whether it be down to injuries, down to personal stuff, whatever. However, he did have half a game the other day, and he had an impact, right? But if you're not picking Jack Grealish based on his season, why are you picking Kyle Walker? Because Kyle Walker's had a bad season, right? So if you're picking Kyle Walker because you want him there as a leader, cool, in the dressing room, but why is Reece James not there? And for me, by the way, Trent has to start. It's got to the point.
He should be there, man.
Branthwaite should be there. But, bro, for me, Trent has to start. Like, I understand defensively we're not looking great. But without Trent, I wonder how much we're going to create, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like, some of the passes I was seeing, some of the crosses I was seeing yesterday, even Anthony Gordon was through and he didn't. I mean, Anthony Gordon worked hard, but end product, nothing. Foden wasn't making the same runs. It was just, I was even watching some of Foden's movements thinking he's not playing where he would play in City. And at times it almost looked like he'd been told by Southgate, stay up top. You know how Foden knows how to drop into pockets? Wasn't really seeing that. But then here's the problem. When I've said this to you a few times, you know how Rooney used to get criticised for dropping deep?
All the time.
But Kane never gets criticised for it. It's fine when Kane drops deep. Yeah? It feels like for England, Kane, you drop deep. Foden, you've got to stay up top when Kane drops deep. Again, that's not how Foden plays, man. Like,
and also, same with Kobe. Like,
who would you rather dropping into the pockets, Foden or Kane?
Foden, mate.
But I bet Southgate's gone, nah, take it in turns.
Mate, you know what it is with Mino as well. Like as well, on top of that, I don't even want him going there. They're gonna if he starts and England don't play, they're gonna kill him.
But why was Englishman? Did he play Rice and did he play Rice? Right, I'll tell you what he did. Yes, hold on.
He played Rice as an 8 and he played Kobe
because Bellingham didn't start because Bellingham's got a week off.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so he's tried Maino in the 6 to play Rice in the 8 to get Maino and what that tells you is that probably what he wants to do is hopefully, I hope to God, that could tell you that actually he might play Maino in the 6, Rice in the 8, Bellingham in the 10, Foden out wide.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't start Mino at all. I think you got to gradually put someone in there, not straight. Like I think he's good with dealing with pressure, but I just don't. You know, sometimes when players end up coming back, imagine an 18, 19-year-old coming back with racist death threats because of some sort of mistake or something. I want him playing. He's going to be targeted 100%. And this is what you get, man. EDL and all these fuckers, these fucking patriots that take it beyond, go fuck yourselves.
Bro, so on that note, there's not patriots.
Mate, I feel like I said the ones that go beyond. I didn't mean all of them.
Yeah, it's racist, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Don't, because some people are proud patriots, and that's perfect.
I'm not talking about them. They can do all that.
So let's label them what they are, bro. Racists. That's it.
Yeah, just these fucking.
They are straight racists, and they're here waiting. And the mad thing is, for me, it's actually it's the young ones that don't even know what racism is, and they just think it's trendy to be racist. That's the worst. That's disturbing because that's like, crazy, who are you round to think that is cool?
You know, it's not about they're round. It's they're behind the fucking screen. That's what it is.
Yeah, but they've still got it from somewhere, bro.
They get confidence behind the screen. People have confidence.
Yeah, but they've been round someone. They've been round someone.
Of course it is. But you know what it is?
They think that's
on Twitter. The ones that got these tacticals, and all these people that got behind the screens and behind the football avi and all this kind of stuff, whatever it is, the internet gives you confidence and they never think they're going to get found. Absolute dickhead. Anyway, this is a transfer show. I just thought we'd do a little 15-minute segment on England.
On England right now, I think the only hope we can have is that yesterday was the last bit of seeing what might work, what might not, and then next week we just got. But at the moment, bro, I'm going into this. I'm going.
We're not going in that confident, but then
I'm looking forward to the Euros, bro. That's it. And do you know what? That's what it's been like. Probably, I'd say what was the last fucking tournament? I was 98.
Yeah,
It was the last time that I actually
yeah.
like.
And
90
also,
was good. 96 was good. 94 we weren't even in
obviously,
it.
I would remember that. I just remember the one when what was it? What year was it? Probably my first tournament I remember is that old England top where they had a badge in the middle.
90,
Is it 2000 or
98.
something?
Oh, 2-2-2-2.
2004? Is it 2004?
But look, we haven't had Premier League for a while, so I'm just looking forward to tournament football. We get
Yeah.
to see our boys representing whatever country they're from. So that's how it is now.
Mm.
Yeah, Deals, you're spot on, bro. Welcome back,
Yeah.
Deals, as well.
I also
I
it's
know
just
Deals has been missing for a bit,
but yeah, no, I was gonna go along the lines now. Anyways, what was it called? Oh yeah, anyone that hears this, boycott Jacob Steinberg, boycott him.
who's he?
Hound him.
Another guy.
Absolute
Who's he?
tool for the Guardian. I can't believe the Guardian out of all
That's
newspapers
his
employing
ongoing
that
beef with fucking reporters.
absolute ongoing piece of shit. That guy. Another one that targets players of a certain
for
demographic
real?
background. Absolutely. Go look his articles. He got called out, and the guy blocked the guy that called him out. Absolute prick. Anyways, moving on.
Sorry, can I just actually put something out there quickly as well?
Go on, mate.
It's another thing, media. You think the media is racist? Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Most of it.
So if it's racist about some things, again, remember, because it's Western owned, American owned, remember, it can also be racist about other things, people. You know what I mean? 115. Is it a coincidence we're owned by a Muslim country? I don't know. Anyway.
Mate, it's that we can go very much into that, and I'll get very passionate about that. So let's not.
Then we'll get cancelled.
I'll get very.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It is what it is. Anyway, transfers.
So I was going to start with the Branthwaite stuff, but I'm actually going to skip that because I want to put it. I just want to mix it up a little bit because it's not mad news about it. But I'm going to start with City first, anyways. And I think it's easy to kind of. I'm going to save the Alvarez part till last, but I'm going to say that I want to talk about the juicy part. Ortega signs a new 2-year deal. And we all know in here, by the way, that it's kind of like Ortega's good enough to be a number one, but at the same time, he might be happy to be a number two. But at the same time, we already know that Ederson's got contractual issues at this moment because he doesn't know with his future. Maybe similar to something like Kevin De Bruyne. He might be open to something brand new and he might want to move on.
Well, so when players get to like that age, I think when players get to 28 and above, yeah, you have to be thinking about, you know what, I've only got X number of years left. But let's go back to the end of the season. Ortega got interviewed and people said about, and he said, I'm happy here. I've played 18 games this season, right? So I think if people think Ortega's signing means Ederson is going, it doesn't mean he's going because City still have, by the way, City are reviewing. So they've already put an offer on the table for Ederson. They're now reviewing the offer and looking to improve the offer. Yeah. So City want Ederson to stay. But because ultimately, if he does go, we've got to hit the market again, right?
Yeah, but
this season showed it, bro. If you look at City and look at Liverpool, look at Newcastle. There's a number of teams this season that have had to rely on their second goalkeeper. So I think City want to keep both. We've had both for 2 years now. So
why break? You know what's mad? We have to look at. Let's try to look at it all. Let's see who you've been linked with, right? You've been linked with a goalkeeper in Germany. That's one source. Werder Bremen's goalkeeper, I believe it is, and also Magnan from AC Milan. Now, if you're gonna go get the thing is why this is kind of way it is. Like if you deal up, if you kept Ederson, then or in my mind potentially it could mean that Ortega was going to leave and you go get another goalkeeper from Germany that you scouted. But then you look at Magnan, and I'm not being funny, but he's a number one goalkeeper, right? But why would you bring a number one goalkeeper if that means Ortega is going to be signing on and not be the number one and act as the number two still? You might as well just keep Ederson, right? So on that notice, it's like it kind of conflicts itself with the reports from what I can see. But I reckon Ederson does stay. Like there's no way he's leaving. I think he's just had a bit of an emotional moment at that point. Maybe he's upset with himself getting injured. You know, you can't help that you got a broken jaw, mate. Like, let's be honest. Money's money. He's not like he's mad old. He's a good age for a goalkeeper. But Ortega signing on, maybe they promised him a certain amount of games in the season. Maybe he promised to play him in all the cups, and Ederson plays all the others. Pep Guardiola has always been quite good at sticking with the goalkeepers when it comes to certain competitions. But for Ederson, for Pep Guardiola to trust Ortega to come on in the moments and stuff like that,
And he did, bro.
regardless, and
But
play
you gotta
well.
be
Other
real.
than
Bro,
the FA Cup final, obviously.
yeah, but I mean, and do you know what? That was for me probably the issue of when you do change goalkeepers, that there was no communication between him and Vardio. But
Yeah,
you look at the Tottenham game, like that was a must-win game, yeah. And he
yeah.
came on and made 3 saves like very quickly after he came on. So look, I if the beautiful place that I'm in is if Ederson does leave, I don't want Ederson to leave. I've always said I believe that Ederson will be at City until Pep leaves. I think Ederson is the perfect goalkeeper for a Manchester City system. But we're in a good position that if he does go, yeah, then we've got a keeper that I trust.
Mm.
Like, I wouldn't be mad. And then we go and look for a second choice goalkeeper. So don't sell Joe Hart, Super Joey Hart, getting back in. So yeah.
Would you be quite open? Would you be quite open for Ortega to be your number one if it came down to it?
Yeah, 100. Bro, like I said, end of the season when Ederson was out, I'm fine with it. I would rather keep Ederson. I want to keep Ederson. I'd rather Ederson our first choice, Ortega our second. But it's kind of like only just. They're both good. I think the thing is, when Ortega first arrived, I thought he was a better shot stopper than Ederson, but he wasn't as comfortable with his ball at his feet. Now he's comfortable with the ball at his feet. We've seen. Remember the Palace game where he did a turn on a player. He's very, and when I say comfortable with the ball at his feet, I don't just mean spraying balls. I mean when the ball is at his feet, not feeling pressed. Do you know what I mean? Being able to pass out from the back and whatever. He's not as good as Ederson, but it's got better over the 2 years. So because he's ultimately been training with Ederson, so it's what it is, man. But I hope we keep Ederson. I love Ederson, man. Ederson and Walker came in and changed City. They really did. Then Ederson, Walker. I think it was Ederson, Walker, and Bernardo. 3 players that we got after Pep's first season, and from that point, we've won.
You know what I find interesting, right? Obviously, Calhoun come out and talk about. Oh no, it wasn't Calhoun. I don't believe it was. Whatever report it was about Manchester City going through a bit of a like tempting Pep with another rebuild, but in total, I think this is going to be more class now as Man City's rebuild phase for the future beyond Pep if he does leave. I think that's more. Let's get that into context. It doesn't mean they're going for a rebuild. It's just about changing up what you need to change up, bringing players that can succeed. These players. Maybe that could be Manchester City's kind of thinking at the same time as well, saying, is Ortega going to be there for the next 4 or 5 years? Whereas Ederson, is he going to be even here for the next 2-3 years? Like, would it be better to maybe cash in on someone like that now, when it would be kind of stupid in my head? Or, do you look at someone like Ortega and look at it as the choice? But I don't see why. I think Ortega's good, but I just think Ederson still levels above him, like personally.
Yeah. I that's what I'm saying, bro. I would rather keep Ederson, but if he does go, he does go. Like, I'm happy that we've got backup that I think's good enough. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't if Ederson goes, I'm not thinking we need an Ortega replacement. I'm thinking Ortega becomes our first choice, and we go and get a second.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, and the thing is, like, it's realistic. There's no point in me sitting here going, no, we must keep Ederson, because he might go. He's same way we look at Pep and say he's done everything he can at City. Ederson could think the same, but I know he loves it at City. His family are happy in England. His kids have been going to school in England for years. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But we'd get some dough if he was to go, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I think so. Like 40, 50 mil. Like, I can't see anything unless. What about you guys in the comments? What if Ederson was to leave this summer? How much would you say? What's his worth value to you?
I mean, he's a keeper as well, and keepers play on till a bit later, don't they? So
yeah, they do. Yeah. So do let me know what you think in the comments. But to the other side of Manchester, before we flip it back as well, is that Jared Branthwaite. Now, Liverpool Echo. I don't know how reliable they are, but I see a lot of people talk on sources like these, like if they are reliable. So I'm going to go off that notice, and it's not a Liverpool. Remember, Liverpool's a city, so it can also mean Everton represented. But there's a correspondent for Everton that writes for Everton and stuff like that, and he was saying that because of the whole situation now with England, right? That now Jared Branthwaite, it can be completed by the end of June, and Manchester United want to complete this by the end of June. And if you're gonna, the thing is, again, it's like with Everton, with their new now they're not getting backed by that 777, whatever they're called, or 666. I don't know what they're called, and I don't know if they need to hit some sort of what's it called, the profit sustainability rule and all that kind of stuff. With Branthwaite, what I don't understand is why Manchester United will be targeting a left-footed centre back. We've spoke about this time after time after time, and it's kind of getting a little bit boring at this point. But it goes to show, like, you can't just ignore this link because you're not a fan of the player. I was trying to say that on Saisha. Just because there's news and you don't like it doesn't mean you just dismiss it because you don't like it, because you're still gonna have to click on it, right?
Yeah.
So as much as I don't want Southgate, unfortunately, I can't just dismiss it because it probably more is true than it is false. But
What, Southgate? Nah. I disagree. I think Southgate's more false than it is true.
Yeah, but you got the thing is,
it's still. Yeah, he must be in the list. You know what I mean? He must be on the list. Or we say that the media could be. I'll be real, bro. I don't see your board. Bro, do you know what? The one thing I actually might say is, if maybe, because people always say there's no smoke without fire, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why it's taken so long for Man United to make a decision, because maybe the board is split on it. Maybe Jim and somebody else actually are keen on Southgate, and maybe a few other people on the board are going not having him at all. And that's why it's taking so long, because they're proper split on him. That could be the only reason, because I just can't see it, bro. I'll be real. If you look at Wilcox, look at where he's been. If you look at Berardi, where he's been, I don't get why they would be attracted to Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, and also last time I checked, I thought CEO and director of football makes these decisions, not the board. But since when does the board make decisions for the new manager? That's what I don't understand.
They're waiting for Berardi to come in.
Yeah, like it's not even with the Chelsea stuff. Like, yes, the board end up making the decision to sack a gaffer. Of course, that has to be a decision. But when it comes to the in-house stuff, you leave that to the sporting people. Yeah, so why is it down to the board? It's not down to Joel Glazer and all these other eggs and all this stuff. It's down to Berardi and what he sees fit going forward, because that's his role. Do you know what I mean?
And that could be that could be the reason ultimately. That could be the reason why it's taken so long, because they're just waiting to have the chat. But they must have had the chat with him. They must. Yeah,
the only split decision is obviously whether you sack Ten Hag or not. The new manager gap is a whole different aspect. So it's like United are playing the long game, and the long game is now it's starting to make me impatient, because I'm kind of bored of it. Like, I'm so bored of it. But with the Branthwaite stuff, do you think he'd be a good signing for Man United? Do you actually believe he's got? Do you think he's got the potential?
Yeah, I think he has. I think he has.
Can believe he's right.
Me and Steve, I think it was FA Cup final. I think it was FA Cup final weekend, or maybe even before that. It was some point we were having a chat with a few of the lads at a game, and like we always fire around questions like, "Would you?" And one of them was, if someone came in, would we swap with Everton and maybe give Everton, or ultimately, could he come in as a long-term replacement for John Stones? Because I do think. By the way, did John Stones get injured yesterday?
I don't know if he's brought off because of precaution or there was.
Either way, we know that John Stones is injury prone. Now, I'm not saying Branthwaite is as good as John Stones, but what I'm saying is that I think after this season, Pep could be thinking about life after John Stones, because if he isn't 30 already, he's going to be 30 soon. And I think Branthwaite has potential. I think if you're rebuilding Man United, he's the type of defender that you'd probably want to be part of the journey. Yeah, doesn't mean he's going to hit the ground running, but what would it be? Branthwaite Martinez partnership at the back?
What, 2 left footers? That I don't understand it.
What, like, play Martinez on the left, Branthwaite left centre.
Oh, have you seen Martinez out wide? He gets crucified.
So in that case,
what do you know what I mean?
So in that case, I'm going to try one more, 3 at the back.
Yeah, maybe, but you know what it is? It's like when I look at it, it's like possession, attack, and football is the rumor, right? So possession, attack, when you say possession, you don't have 2 right. Yeah, you don't have 2 right footers or anything like that. You'll be back with us. See, guys in the comments, right? What I don't understand is, if you're going to play possession football, you don't play a right foot at left centre back, and you don't play a left foot at right centre back. It makes no sense. And when you're thinking about what asking price they're going to ask for, why are you going to keep 60 million on the bench of a centre back? Like, have we not had enough of Mason Mounts and stuff like that being 50 million on the bench? It's not that bad. Don't get wrong. You have to earn your spot, and it needs to be, what's the word exactly? competition. But when you're trying to spark competition, I'm not being funny. There's so many other positions that you need to fill. Why would you look at that? Why would you look at that as what the priority to get in before June? I don't see anyone else getting in for Branthwaite. So that's just my issue with that. I want to
market value. Market value.
I guarantee probably next year he won't cost as much.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know, because if so, ultimately you want to get in before other teams get rumored to him, because the minute more and more clubs get rumored to a player, the price will go up. So while other players are, think about it, bro, you always get better deals early in the transfer window. As the window goes on, you're playing a risky game because all of a sudden people know you're desperate, and then whereas at the beginning you can get, and it's always players. Right, do Everton need to sell?
I believe so.
Right.
PSR apparently, yeah.
So they'll need to sell their first, like I said last year with Brighton as an example. You got McAllister for a good deal. Every player after that the team sells, they're going to want that little bit more because they don't want to get rid of too many of their top players. So yeah. I do think it makes sense to strike early on any transfer window. And also, it means you get them in. It means as soon as you start your tour,
you
can start embed them in the team. So I understand why it's just with Martinez, because I think Martinez is going to be your first choice centre back.
Of course, it's splitting lines. You don't really get many centre backs that can do that. Virgil van Dijk plays in left but right footed. What I said is that, did you not hear what I say? The thing is with Liverpool, if you play possession football, you don't play a right footer on the left. Does Liverpool play possession football? No, they don't. There's left footers that go there. That's just the way it is. And also this one, when someone said it's probably because you're only left-footed centre back, injury prone. All right, if he's injury prone, then because of one season of being out due to MCLs and all that crap, then Virgil van Dijk's also injury prone because he was out for a whole season.
Yeah,
the logic doesn't correspond. Big up BSB Hot Score. He says Ineos just looking as just as incompetent as Glazers. You're going to be Altios soon, Cass. Maybe.
I wonder. Sorry, is that? Could that be the other thing? Because we have to remember the Glazers are still there. We can't say this is all Ineos. The Glazers are still there. Could the Glazers?
If it goes down to what we've been told by the contract,
I hear you. What you've been told.
Yeah, that's what we're going off of, isn't it?
But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Could the Glazers still be trying to have a say? Because ultimately, they don't want to let go.
I'm pretty sure they would want a say.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they would want some sort of say.
I think
maybe, but I don't know why that would stop things exactly when you've got majority. Well, just the
Glazers want Southgate.
Maybe. Big up Paige says, big up guys. Happy Saturday. Enjoy it, guys. If you haven't dropped a like and subscribe, so make sure you do drop a like, people, as well. That would be very much appreciated. But yeah, this whole Branthwaite stuff is going to get boring. I just want to see a different link.
Well, I just want to see some football, and I want to see. At the moment, it seems everything with City at the moment as well, and we're going to move on to the other one now. Is about players leaving, so I'm kind of happy because I saw a list of all the players that are being rumoured of leaving City. So far now, Ortega's signed, and I think we'll probably get a few more. Alvarez, the Alvarez news is, where's he going to go? For me,
Chelsea fans are starving for him.
Oh, I just can't see it happening.
No,
really nah. I can see him, bro. I'm not saying I can't see Alvarez head being turned, but I can't see. There's too many things that I think stop the Alvarez thing. Firstly, if we look at it, right, the first hurdle is, City have to want to sell him. Chelsea have to offer something that makes City go, yeah, all right, we'll take that, right? And he's still got, I think, 4 years left on his contract. He's 24 years old. He was our joint fourth or joint fifth highest game times last season.
Yeah.
I don't he's not a player that's City going to go, do you know what? Yeah, let's get rid of him. He's not doing his job. He is doing his job. He got good GA last season, especially at the start of the season. He's our free when De Bruyne's not about, he's often our free kick taker as well. So firstly, Chelsea will have to offer enough, right? That's for the negotiations to start. And then there's the negotiation side, is that I think the guy is trying to whitewash football and win as many trophies as possible. I'm not saying Chelsea won't win trophies next season, but if he wants to win more trophies in the Premier League, there's a better chance at City. Some might say he wants to go and be the number 9 somewhere. Maybe, but like I said, if he wants to leave City, I think there's more chance of a move abroad
Well,
than to Chelsea.
PSG are the concrete
PSG's
ones.
one. PSG is one. But then I think climate. I still think Atletico might be more appealing as a package than both of them.
Yeah, I don't know why you want to leave England just to go PSG in that shit league, especially now you lost
Oh,
them
the
back.
weather's not that much better in Paris than it is in England. But it really isn't. I've been there at winter. It's colder than England. It's fucking cold, right? It's wet there. I know. Look, his family's South American. They want Madrid. I keep saying this. I'm not saying they want even Spain. They want Madrid. Yeah, and there's two teams in Madrid. You think about Diego Simeone. What other Argentinian players are there? I know they've got one or two Argentinians on their side.
You just think of a top team in general. You know, I wouldn't say you wouldn't say no to Barcelona, but let's be real.
But Barcelona can't afford him, Bob. They can't.
Barcelona are not affording him. They're still targeting
Luis
Diaz.
Diaz. Look at right. Griezmann is on the way out. Yeah, Atleti needs Alvarez. Alvarez suits Atletico. I think he's fit like a glove there under Diego Simeone. Simeone picks up that phone and calls Alvarez. He could be convinced. I honestly do believe it. Yeah. What else has he got to prove in England? There's not much he needs to prove in England. He can go to Atletico, be their marquee signing. Yeah, their Argentinian World Cup winner. And I think his head could be turned to that. It's just if they want to offer the money that City want to take. But for me, I think the most likely would be Atletico.
You know why I don't see it going Chelsea? Yeah, because Chelsea wants someone like Sesko, right? And that's the certain. Now we've been talking about the profile. That's what we've been praising Chelsea about. Is they're looking at the profile. They said no to Osman because pretty much priced out of that. And even though there was rumors about you could even get Osman for something around like 80, 90 million. But how much do you think Alvarez is going to be worth at the same time? If that's the case, he's also going to be worth probably about 80, 90 million.
I think the market's so hard now because, like, if you look at what you need to do to win the Ballon d'Or, it's score goals, isn't it? Really, yeah,
ultimately.
But at the moment, midfielders, and this for me, it does make sense. For me, a midfielder is the most important player on the pitch, right?
Easily.
And maybe that's why midfielders are now going for more money than forwards. But if I look at some of the prices I see for players at the moment, I think 100 million. Maybe he hasn't got the English tax. That's one thing. He hasn't got the English tax. So maybe 80, 90, yeah. You'd have to be off. Bro, anything less than 80 million, there's no way City are taking that for someone his age.
I mean, I think Chelsea, the only club right now, and PSG, the ones that probably would look to afford him at least.
And you know why Chelsea says he's coming Chelsea, keep it 100. I rate the fact that they're that confident, and I get it. This is what I always
his best mate Enzo, which he is to be fair.
Look, if I always say that the reason why Chelsea think if a manager drops off, you sack him, you bring in another manager, that's because that's all Chelsea know, yeah. And when all you know is one way, yeah, for many, many years, and let's be real, Chelsea generally get what they want. They do. If they want a player, they usually get him. I just think this might be a bit different. Because he's coming from an English club where he's won everything he wants to, right? He's on good money. And the fact that I do know he wants Madrid. Like, that's why I'm saying I think Madrid makes sense. But would I say there's no way he's going Chelsea? Of course not, because Chelsea prove us wrong every time we think a player won't go there.
Yeah, I know. This is the unfortunate
part. They do. The truth is, there's so many players you could say when Chelsea get involved, they're the hijack masters. And this one's not even a hijack. Like, or maybe it is because Atleti showed interest first. But I do hear it. And I just think as well as the fact that, right, for me, I don't think Chelsea are bad enough for us to go, nah, they don't impact us. Well, they did this season. They took 4 points off us this season. Right? With Alvarez, could that have been 6 points off us? Next season, could they challenge? If we give them a striker, they're one step closer to challenging. I don't think it would be a smart idea from City to sell him. And I think maybe they have learned from the Jesus and Zenchi.
And who do you bring in? Like, at the same time, who do you bring to replace?
Because we would have to bring in a replacement. Look, we would.
And what strikers are really out there that you can feel like, where do you find a gem, or what's kind of right now where you see someone that can replace an Alvarez right now in his current team?
And
That's
again, I
another
know
part.
that they're looking at contract. Although he only got a new contract last season, they're looking at offering him a contract renewal.
You know, I don't understand with the game time part is like when I looked at Alvarez's his stats on obviously on what's it called transfer market, like he played 3,500 minutes overall all season. He played 2,500 over 2,500, should I say, even
In the
in the
Premier
Premier
League.
League, which is
Yeah.
quite bog standard. To be fair, there's a lot of minutes in there, so that kind of
Oh,
goes.
at the start of the season, it was him and Foden behind Haaland, wasn't it? Both with 2 10s.
Mm.
Remember?
Wait, what's this? Fabrizio say we're going to put an offer in. Where's this? Where does it say we? When you say we deals, that's Chelsea. Where's that part? I can't see.
But
anything.
even if he is, like, I'm not ruling out that Chelsea might be interested in him, and
That's
I
from the
understand
goal,
why.
yeah.
And I understand why Chelsea would be interested in him, and I do think he'd do well at Chelsea. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I've probably slid in the DMs of a chick before, yeah, with an offer. Doesn't mean I always get responses.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's revealed that Chelsea are in for him, of course. I think even Fabrizio made that aware, but that Gaston the goal looks like he's quite. It looks like what's it called, isn't it? I think he's an outlet all the way in Argentina, anyways. So he
Right.
might know something to do with that, of course. But I do believe Chelsea will make an offer and an important. But the thing is, how much of an important offer is it going to be, and how much is it going to be an importance of someone like of obviously Manchester City? The best thing about this, if it gets done, I think City would accept it if it's high enough and it's early enough. But if it's later in the window, I don't believe it will be accepted because you got to look at last time.
America, and he's got Olympics as well, so he's got a busy summer as it is. So
this sounds like it's going to be a thing that might be wrapped up this month. The whole situation, because if you take what we said off of Alvarez into this context about more minutes and the stuff, if that's to be true from what Fabrizio said, then that means I just want to be the number 9 because you get enough minutes.
Yeah. That is ultimately it, bro. It has to be not to do with minutes and more to do with.
Oh, that's a good source. 80 to 90 million is what you want. Is that euros or pounds, by the way? Because I did see that as well.
Yeah, it's relevant.
It's got to be pounds. It's got to be pounds.
It's got to be pounds.
Do you think he would cook at Chelsea with what they got or what they're probably coming in?
Yeah, I do.
Because I don't know, like the way they.
I think Alvarez is the 9. Alvarez is the 9. I think can cook at most clubs, bro. And I think with Cole Palmer, I'm not going to say with Mudryk. I'm not having Mudryk on the left for me. Bro, this is but that's what I'm not. Bro, they own it. Chelsea own the fact they spend money, and the thing is they get away with it because they're not winning everything, so it's fine. Bro, this is the thing everyone's saying about City spending money, bro. City are making money. City are allowed to spend money, Yeah. Chelsea,
that's a mad profit, by the way. That's a mad profit, that 75 million you can make on this guy.
Mad profit. Yeah, mad profit.
What can you?
I do like the way Chelsea own their spending. I'm not going to lie. Like I rate it.
I can see this. See, this is what I say. Speed is of the essence. Yeah, in this case, I wouldn't be surprised if Pep looks at someone like Haaland and say, what can be a profile that can get in behind, that's speedy, that's tall, and that has a lot to grow into. And with City saying we need to build for the future, like for the future presence. I wouldn't be surprised if you're going for someone like Sesko.
I think the thing with Haaland at the moment is now that Real Madrid have got Mbappe.
That wouldn't make sense if we went there. If you got Mbappe, Vinny, and Haaland, that does for me.
Haaland it very much limits where Haaland could go.
For now, yeah.
So then it could be City could look at it and go, well, you know what? We have our number 9. We always, when we got Haaland and Alvarez, but I don't know when you list Sterling there, do you think, do we think Sterling is still, we are, bro. We are right now. We're Blues brothers. We are real talk. I ain't got nothing against Chelsea. A lot of my City lot call me Chelsea Daps anyway, so just because I've got a southern accent, so
that's the one. Yeah, I think Enzo Fernandez would be the biggest pull for him. That's literally his best friend.
And, they're at the Cup. They're at the Cup of America together.
Maresca as well would be a huge pull.
Yeah, bro. And they are at the Copa America together. So we know. Oh, we know Enzo's going to be tapping him up, saying, "Bro, what you saying?"
Yeah. Of course. Oh, that's that play. Yeah, of course it is.
Have they got any Spanish players there?
He'll be. You know what he'll be
Chelsea.
saying.
Chelsea got any Spanish?
Cucurella, that's one of them.
So he's Spanish speaking. Argentina Spanish, both Spanish speaking. Because that's something with City. At City,
I think
you've got Brazilian.
I think Jackson can speak Spanish, by the way.
And it is a relevant thing because before under Pellegrini, we predominantly had Argentinians and Spanish. Remember?
Sanchez is another one. There you go.
So I think City, we had Zabaleta, Nicolas Otamendi, Aguero, Argentinians.
Quite a lot
then we had David Silva. They were all Spanish speaking. Now we've switched.
Caicedo speaks Spanish. There you go. Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah. Whereas now we've moved to Portuguese and which speak Portuguese, and so do Brazilians.
It's all about the call with that. And to be fair, let's be real. Enzo is 100% saying to Alvarez, "We got
come
this
and help
guy.
me out here, bro.
We got a bum called Jackson up front. It's not really great up front. Trust me, my brother." He's saying that position is yours. It's not even a joke. Like, you will bench Jackson like in our heartbeat.
Man's threading passes to him like on the training pitch with Argentina, going, bro, I need you. Come and help me out, because this Jackson brother is not helping me out at all. And he'll go, bro, you saw it firsthand in that semi-final at Wembley. Bro, you saw it. You saw it.
No, but the thing is with Alvarez, it would cook if he had Nkunku on the left of him, or also a Jackson off the left of him, because it would just thread them in.
That's what I was going to say. Nkunku, Alvarez, and Palmer. To be fair, with Enzo, Caicedo, and Lavia,
maybe and Elise might be there too. Maybe.
Well, then all of a sudden, and this is where City for me have to be actually looking at it, going, hold on a minute.
Alvarez it's true. Alvarez
make that 110 million. Yeah, you look at that team and all of a sudden go, hold on a minute, 80 million. Nah. I've just realised we're not doing this.
You know what the maddest thing is? This, I know Monts always talks about their money, and I know a lot of people talk about money, but I am not gonna lie. I think I've done a 360, not 360, a 180 with, or maybe a whole 360, like a whole turnaround on Chelsea. Like, I really like what they're doing. I think this Maresca appointment could be very much underrated, considering if you just want him just to coach as well, if that's his best strength. I like the players that they're targeting at the moment and looking at profiles and certain ones. Premier League proven as well. And even if it goes for a lot of money, it's because they can spend a lot of money as well. When people don't deep how much sales they put into the stuff. So I quite like what they're targeting. Your Elise's, your Julian Alvarez. They're not looking at the PSVs to go get Madueke or whoever it may be as well outside. Yeah, it is that part. So I do like.
Even with Tosin, Premier League proven.
Yeah. Again, look, Premier League proven. That's the difference at this part. So, but yeah,
I like what I've always said it. They've got an owner, that is willing to back them, right?
That's what they need. He will
keep going until it works, and he's new to this game. Like, we have to give him a few years. So
that's what I was kind of confused. Is it 360 or is it a 180? I'm kind of confused.
I was thinking that. I was in my head.
I'm like, is it 360?
So you're facing the same way.
Yeah, basically, that's what I say. Is it 180 or is it like, do you just turn behind? I don't know what that. But guys, look, there's 400 of you in the building. Smash the like button as well, and also in the chat. Like, I've just put in there right now. When that's what I mean, 400. Me and Daps have got something cooking in the back. We got the studio and stuff like that we're cooking. That you will be able to see soon. That we're going to complete probably today. The link's right there. Go sign up to it. It's free. It takes 2 seconds. There's loads of you in the chat. Loads of you in the chat. Right, we're going to be doing watch-alongs on there. So you're going to see me and Daps heads get rattled. We're going to get, obviously, all different types of moments. And we're going to start off with the Euros.
We're going to be getting other people in there as well. We're going to be getting other people in there with us.
If you want to see Deji in there, one time for a Tottenham watch-along, he'll be there. If you want to see someone, will be there. Trust me, it's all going to be relevant. So do go sign up to that link there. It's in the pinned as well if you can't find it. And it's right there. Go do it. There's loads of you in the chat, so there's no excuse not to do it. It just notifies you. Stop being lazy. This is YouTube. I know this is your nice ground of everything, and you want to stay and be comfortable. But this is proper. This is where you'll see a lot of other content creators going over there, because it's so much better for interaction with you guys in the chat. So don't go sign up to it, and we're going to end it here anyways. There's not.
And sorry, just to say on that as well, that isn't we're still going to be doing our bread and butter, these type of shows here.
Yeah, of course.
That is just going to be, that's just for watch along. So we're still going to be doing 2 shows a day on this channel. Just watch alongs are going to be on that.
Yeah, like even Coppish are going over there. You know, you might find an op of ours over there. You might find She Knows Arsenal. You know, all these different content creators are going over there, and they are there right now as we speak. So yeah, man, big up you guys. We're gonna end it there, but we should maybe be back tonight, depending. I'm definitely back with 2 absolute sick panels for tomorrow. So rivals and stuff like that. 2 sick panels, not just 1. But yeah, in a bit, and we'll be back.
Everyone have a good Saturday.
Yep.